Alright, so we've got a little bit of creepy craft going on, a little scary craft. Chilling here, got a village, got my house, got the mine, a few other things, but mainly I'm just gonna chill and talk while I play. But I don't know. I've had a lot of things happen to me in the past couple of years, and that was concerning. I didn't like that. Sick, dude. That's kind of why I put it down. No. Don't fuck with my house, man. Frick. Just let me sleep, bro. Christ. Okay. And as I was saying, I've had a lot of things happen in the past few years, and I've just I guess I need a way to vent, I guess. Can you stop knocking on the fucking door, man? Christ. I just need a place to vent, you know? I've got people I can talk to, but I never really know how I feel until I know how I feel, you know? And even then, I don't know how I feel. And it's just hard to, it's hard to speak sometimes, and I'm sure the majority of you guys could understand that. It's just hard. It's very hard. Like, you feel as if you give someone everything you possibly could. You do everything you possibly could for them. Then they don't even appreciate that enough to be truthful with you. And it's a sad truth, really. It's a sad reality. And it's one that we live in. People treat you like dirt. And that's how it stays. What was that? Oh, well, texture popping, very cool. But yeah, it just fucking sucks, you know? And I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, man. This shit doesn't make any sense to me. Let alone to you. What was that? Okay. But like, I was thinking, like, I don't know how I feel. Like, on a regular basis, I do not know what I feel. I don't know if that's normal or not. It freaks me out. And I've been to mental health specialists. I've been down the fucking road. They had me on antidepressants. I stopped taking. Now you could think of me as conspiratorial on why I stopped taking them, which is completely fine, and I would understand that. Because frankly, it is conspiratorial. However, it just doesn't seem right to have to rely on a pill to where I don't kill myself, you know? It doesn't seem right to me, and it's not fair to me, frankly, and I don't like it. I don't know if y'all struggle with depression at all, and I don't know if depression's a normal human thing or not. Does everybody go through it, or no? Like I have no fucking clue. I have no way to tell because I'm only me. I haven't lived anyone else's life. I can't fucking tell, you know, if somebody is feeling the way that they're feeling. I can't read people's minds. You know, I don't know if somebody sees the same fucking blue that I see, or the same green. I don't know. I don't know if people experience things the same way that I do. And you know, that's just kind of a shitty fact, right? Like, you never know if what you feel is real in a sense, or at least I don't. I don't know if what I feel is real. I don't know if anything that I feel is ever real. And that's it's very hello. It's maddening in a way. And I don't like it. I wish that I could look inside my own head and know what I'm thinking. But I can't. And I have no idea if that's because I'm human, or if that's because I'm me. I don't know. I don't know. And it's like, I've never really expressed any emotion, which I think could be a part of it. Because I've either never felt the need to, or felt the ability to, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. That was not a good sound. But it's just, I just wish that I could know what I feel. But I don't, and I never will. That's just a fact that I've got to live with, I guess. Just never know what's really going on in my head. Yeah, and if y'all, if somebody, I don't know who the fuck's gonna watch this shit, to be honest with you. But if somebody's watching this and y'all feel the same way I do, or have any advice or anything, please let me know. And it's not like I'm alone, because I'm not. You know, if you're watching my channel, you most likely know who I am, in respects to Holly, and you know that she's my girl, and I do love her very much, and I'm not alone. And I know that. I've got some very close friends, a few close friends that I can, you know, count on one hand. And just, you know, if I really need something, I can go to them. But the thing is, I never go to them because I never feel the need to. Just, why would I? You know? I've been repressing shit my entire life. Why would I start talking to people now? But I guess this is a fucking start. Yelling into the fucking void. I guess that's one way to do it. Can I not have terrible things happen to my fucking character for like 10 minutes, please? But I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any fucking sense at all, or if I'm just like having schizophrenic ramblings. But I don't know. It truly is just a tragic fact, I think. From what I've spoken to, you know, with my parents and my mom, she's gone through similar things. And she was telling me that, you know, some things are just like that, and that's just how being human is. And I don't know if that's true, if she was trying to make me feel better, if that's a true fact, or what. And if y'all could let me know if you feel the same fucking way, or if I'm crazy, that'd be really cool. Ow. Because I have no fucking clue. I honestly don't know if I'm insane. I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind at times. I really do feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh, that's fucking tragic. Alright, well, I guess we go back up. But can I please just have a normal fucking minute? Oh my god. Get me out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know very much about anything, being honest. It's really crazy. I'm like, you know, I'm fuck, man, I just might as well start from the beginning, you know, fuck it. So, nearly 4 years ago, I joined the Navy. Or should I go even further back than that? No, I won't. Roughly 4 years ago, a little less, I joined the Navy. As a good portion of y'all know, if you've ever spoken to me in Holly's server or anything like that, you know that I'm active duty Navy. And you'll most likely already know that I'm getting out. I'm getting out for mental health reasons, right? Which, you know, some people have thoughts on that. I have thoughts on that. I don't fucking like it. You know, I'm not big on the thought either. But I feel like it's what would be best for me, you know, given the fact that I've tried to take my own life several times. And I'm not proud of that, nor should I be. But it's you know, it's the facts. I have tried to take my life a few times, and that's not okay. And I needed to seek out help, and I did. But that was just exposition. I'm sorry. We'll get back to the beginning, right? So I joined the Navy, and I go through boot camp. Everything's good. You know, I've had girl problems before, but everything's fine. And I start talking to this girl. We're gonna call her fucking. We'll call her Joy. We'll call her Joy, because Joy from My Name is Earl reminds me of her. We'll call her Joy. So, I ended up meeting Joy on Snapchat of all things. I saw her Bitmoji and I was like, that's a fine Bitmoji. So I added her. And, you know, she has me back and we start talking. And I'm in training at this point. You know, after boot camp. I'm at my A school. And I'm learning all sorts of shit. Every day is long as fuck. Every day is hard on me. But I'm learning, and I'm doing my job to the best of my ability. I'm doing everything that I can to be a good little sailor. And, you know, we were talking for maybe a month, 2 months, and I loved this girl. I really did. Even at this point, I was like, I love this girl, and I want to be with her. Which sounds fucking retarded, now that I look back on it. There were so many red flags. But, you know, we had plans to meet up, all this shit while I was on leave. And then, you know, we started talking a little less. That was fucking terrifying. We started talking a little less, and I asked what's up, and she's like, I can't do it anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're not here. I'm like, well, you know, consequence of the job. I'm sorry. I'm out here, you know, doing what I gotta do. And she doesn't like that. And that's whatever. You know, I can't really blame her for that. That's fine. And you know, we stopped talking for a little while. And then we started talking back up again, you know, on and off. Probably a year later, maybe, something like that. But we started talking again, and this time things got a little more serious. Quite a bit more serious. You know, we were hanging out and shit. You know, while I'm on leave at home. Things are going great. Things are going great, I think. You know, I'm helping support her and her animals. I'm helping her grandpa whenever he needs help. I'm helping with everything that I possibly can. Trying to do my part. And trying to win the courtship, I guess, which sounds fucking retarded. And I've learned my lessons. However, this girl, at this point, we, like, fast forward a little bit, we've hung out a whole bunch. You know, I go to my ship, you know, I get out of training. It was 2 years of training. I get out of that, I go to my ship, my aircraft carrier, and I'm like sick. You know, I get to have this whole start, and I'm on leave prior to arriving on the ship, and we're spending all this time together. You know, I'm staying at her house, things are going great. We're spending every day together. You know, I'm playing with a raccoon, or she had 2 raccoons. I'm playing with, their names were, fuck, what was the other one's name? It was Barbie and, shit, I can't remember the other one. Whatever. Anyways, she had 2 raccoons. Very cute. I loved them to death. But then I left again. And I had wanted to start dating this girl, like, officially for a while now. And, you know, every time I ask, she's like, no, I'm not ready for that. Whatever the fuck. It's like, sure, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna press. Because why would I? That just seems like the wrong thing to do. So I don't press. And, you know, I'm spending the night at her house. We had agreed to be exclusive towards each other, but not put a a label on things, which, looking back on it, you know, God, I'm a fucking idiot. First red flag there. But, you know, my time back home is coming to an end. My time on leave is coming to an end. And I didn't have my car. At this point, it was still here or something or other. I didn't have a car. I couldn't get to the airport. Or I needed to get to the airport, but I didn't have a ride. So I asked her, I was like, hey, could you take me to the airport? And she was like, you know, I'd love to. However, I'm terrified of public spaces and I'm terrified of the airport. I don't want to take you there. It's 4 a.m. I'm like, okay, sure. And she asked this dude to take me to the airport. And I don't think nothing of it because I trust her with my life. Turns out, she was dating this dude. And he was completely okay with me spending the night with her. Because I gave her money. Which is, fucking crazy to look back on. And I didn't find this out until way later. But, you know, I'm going back to the ship, right? This prick drops me off at the airport, you know, whatever. And I'm back here in Virginia. I'm back on my ship. Things are going fine. And gearing up ready for deployment. And we go on deployment. And then she tells me, or no, it was like a week before deployment, 2 weeks before deployment, and I had some extra time. I was going to sneak away, head back home and go see her. Because I was in love with her. And, you know, I buy a plane ticket. It was $1,200 because it was the last minute. So I had to, you know, do what I gotta do to get that kind of money. Credit and shit. Basically take out a small fortune of a loan. In order to go see her, right? And I get the tickets and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be there, you know, this weekend. I'll be there for 4 days. It's gonna be a good time. I'll see you soon. And she's like, Wes, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And then she confesses about her, you know, what she told me was that this dude had been, you know, staying at her house and sleeping with her for the past 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm like, what? And it broke my fucking heart. It devastated me. And I lost my temper, you know. And, you know, looking back, fair enough. You know, I should have been pissed. She used me for money. But, you know, it's whatever. And then I stopped talking to her after that for several months. And then, you know, we're about midway through deployment. I'm over in the Middle East. We're getting shot at. All this shit. Having a good time. And, you know, we start talking again. And, you know, after a few weeks of talking, she's like, you know, all you gotta do is ask. So I was like, oh shit, alright, it's that easy then? Cool. And I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she says yes. And things are great. Things are great throughout deployment. You know, there's a few little times where I'm like, something's off, you know, something's weird. She'd turn off her location for whatever reason. She'd purposely get into an argument with me so she had an excuse to turn off her location because she's pissy. Stuff like that. And I'd be like, that's fucking weird. Or I'd see that she's at Walmart after closing, just sitting in the parking lot, not moving. And it's like, that's fucking weird. You know, just peculiar shit, right? Driving out on random back roads, you know, stopping at random places there. It's just weird. And, you know, I'd confront her about it, and then she'd make me think that I'm fucking crazy. Turns out I wasn't fucking crazy. And she really fucked me up bad. And then, you know, we ended up getting into a big fight one day, in which I had confronted her about all this. And I was like, you know, I went through your phone at one point, and I saw a bunch of dudes, and I'm like, I asked her about it. And she had acknowledged that there were dudes in her phone, and it's like, okay. Which I don't give a fuck if you talk with other guys. I don't give a fuck. As long as it's friendly only, you know? and you shut shit down if it gets like further than that. That's fine. I don't care. Right? Like I don't want to be a controlling prick. But that's not what this was. They were meeting up, you know, stuff like that, saying I love you. Shit, weird shit, you know? And I had told myself that it wasn't that. I had made myself believe that she wouldn't do that to me. Never make yourself believe something. Trust your fucking gut. Always trust your fucking gut. Always trust your fucking gut. I'm gonna say it again. Always trust your fucking gut. Because if you don't, it's gonna fucking burn you, and it's gonna fucking burn you bad. And it's gonna hurt. And you're gonna learn your fucking lesson. You're gonna learn to always trust your fucking gut. You're gonna learn that, you know, things are too good to be true. You were wearing rose-tinted fucking glasses. Except they weren't really rose-tinted, they were more like, you know, pain-tinted. And you fell in love with the pain. And there's something innately wrong with that. There's something innately wrong with falling in love with being hurt. And there's probably a severe amount of manipulation that I was put through. I guarantee there was a severe amount of manipulation that I was put through. And, you know, maybe I'm better for it. Maybe I am. And maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm way the fuck worse. Who knows? Who can fucking tell, you know? I certainly can't. I've already said I can't. I don't know how the fuck I feel. And I'm never gonna know how the fuck I feel. I never will. A good portion of it's because of this girl. And how she made me think that I was fucking crazy. Anyways, I don't even know where the fuck I was. I lost my mind, I'm sorry. So this chick. Big argument, all this shit, right? All this shit. It gets really bad. It does. It gets real bad. You know, there's never any physical abuse. She never hit me. I never hit her. It was just emotional and like mental abuse towards me. It fucked me up bad. It still fucked me up. There's movies that I can't watch because it'll make me lose my fucking mind. There's songs that I can't listen to because I'll lose my fucking mind. I'll sit on the edge of my bed with my head in my hands and just fucking wail. Because there's nothing I can do. I can't. When it's to that point, I can't undo anything. Like, I can't not feel it. And that's all I do. All I do is feel it. And I can't not feel it. And that's what I fucking hate. I hate feeling it. I wish I didn't have to feel it. I wish I could just forget everything. Halo. I wish I could just forget everything. I really do. I really do. There was essentially zero fucking benefit to that relationship other than character development. Lord knows I need more character development. But like, fuck, where the fuck am I even going with this, man? I'm losing my mind. She fucked me up real bad. She fucked me up real bad. Recently, like I had my suspicions, of course, and she ended up breaking up with me because I quote unquote, she, you know, couldn't deal with me not trusting her anymore. Once again, placing the blame on me. I found out from her former friend that she had made me hate because of the things that she would tell me about her former friend. I had found out that my suspicions were true. She did in fact cheat on me. She told her friend that she has never liked me. She doesn't want a relationship with me. She's never has. She just needs the money. So I was used for nearly 4 years for money. For money. Now there were some gaps in there, obviously. However, total? Well over $20,000. Well over. Probably about 30. All in all, you know, with all the groceries and shit I bought her. Her walls are covered with things that I bought her. Whether it be flowers, books, fucking, you know, cicadas encased in acrylic, stuffed animals, perfume, you know, piercings, loads and loads of fucking piercings, Lord. About, you know, oh, I bought her a fucking car at one point. It was prior to the thing where, you know, a guy was okay with me cucking him, essentially. Stupid situation. Anyways, prior to that, or during that whole thing while I was back home, I ended up buying her a car because she was worried that her father, huge piece of shit, I guess. Not even I guess, he is a pretty big piece of shit. Her father had was threatening to like take her car, right? Because he owns a car. And in order to help her out, I bought her a 2001 maroon Chevy Impala for $1,300, which she promptly turned around and sold after I had left for, I can only assume, a couple $100 because she's too fucking stupid to get what it's worth. Oh, I pressed R, son of a bitch. I did not mean to reload the shaders. But yeah, you know, my advice, don't give women money. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It always ends poorly. It always ends poorly. Always. Yeah. Anyways, I found that she cheated on me. I confront her about it. And she blames it on me. In one way or not. Not so much saying that she cheated on me because, you know, blah blah blah, but more or less saying, hold on. More or less saying, you're really gonna believe her over me? How could you do that? Stuff like that. Like, you know, never speak to me again if you're gonna believe, you know, her referring to her former friend over me. And then she'll say how terrible her former friend is, you know, all these things about her. And it's like, she has no reason to lie to me. She didn't even know me. Why would she lie to me about this, you know? It's just fucking stupid. The whole situation's so stupid. I wish I could go back and just, like, you ever seen Interstellar? You know the scene where he's looking in the fucking bookshelf in the past and he's like freaking the fucking ass, like, ah, no, stop, please. That shit. I wish I could go back and scream at myself. Tell myself not to fucking do it. Not to fucking do it. Because now I sit here in my fucking apartment every goddamn day. Every goddamn day. I sit here and I rot. Sit here and I fucking rot. Sure, I'll go outside sometimes if I'm feeling it. I'll sit here. I'll sit here and I'll fucking rot all day. And what I do, just sit here and I stare at a fucking wall the majority of the time. If I'm not talking with Holly or playing a game, I'm sitting and staring at a fucking wall or trying to sleep. And because of this shit, well, because, you know, I tried to kill myself several times because of this girl. Can't even count the amount of times she'd made me feel so bad that I've put a gun to my head. Which sounds, you know, fucking terrible. And it is. It really fucking is. She, no, she made me feel fucking horrific. She really did. But because of the suicide attempts or whatever, I'm losing my job. So by extension, girl, this broad, is getting fucked me up so bad that I'm losing a potential lifelong career. You know, if I so chose that option. And you know, it's it's really fucked. It's really fucked, to be entirely honest with you. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do. I'm I'm at a loss. Honestly, I'm at a complete fucking loss. I have no idea. Yeah, but yeah, I think that's about all I got. So hope you enjoyed the fucking story time. Oh, what the fuck, zombie? Hey, buddy. Fuck him up. Hell yeah. Forgot that I made this. What else do I have to? Do I have anything else to talk about other than how fucked this chick is? Not really. Closing statement. I miss her raccoons. I miss the possum. I miss my old possum, Velcro. I love that thing. I miss her to death. And I miss life before I knew this chick. I miss life before Joy. It's ironic. It's ironic that I'm calling her Joy, because I don't feel that anymore. I hadn't felt that in a long time, and now I definitely won't. But yeah, a little bit of a fucking, a little bit of a rant. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all got something out of this. I'll catch y'all later. Goodbye, and good night or good morning, whatever time it is for y'all. Bye.